I've never put myself or my friends or my administration or my campaign contributors or anyone or anything else before the needs of the people of this city. I'm going to put you, every single one of you, from Bloomfield to Brookline, from Hayes to Homewood, from South Oakland to Northview Heights, first. I'm going to put good government first. I'm going to put Pittsburgh first. Now, I'll talk a lot more about my proposals in the weeks and months ahead. But for now, I'll tell you that I'm going to make Pittsburgh first in jobs. We'll grow this city for the first time in generations, taking care of our own, bringing our people home, and putting Pittsburgh back on the map as the country's leading job and business creator. I'm going to make Pittsburgh first in safety. As someone who comes from a family of people who have dedicated their lives to public service and safety, I'm committed to giving our police, fire, and EMS workers the tools they need to make Pittsburgh the safest big city in the country. I'm going to make Pittsburgh first in education. The education of our children and the excellence of our school system is the key to the growth and prosperity of our city. So my promise will be to help make the Pittsburgh Public Schools the finest urban school district in this entire nation. I'm going to make Pittsburgh first in neighborhoods. We'll promote and renew our greatest assets, all 88 of them, by enhancing our pools and playgrounds and community centers, by improving our business districts, by cleaning and paving our streets, by launching comprehensive new green initiatives, and by making our parks and trails what they should be, the envy of every major city in this country. And I'm going to make Pittsburgh first in leadership. We'll give Pittsburgh the most transparent, responsive, and innovative city government in the country. I promise to be the hardest working mayor in America. I'll strive every hour of every day to serve your needs and deserve your respect. In my administration, where integrity and diversity, inclusiveness and accountability are more than just slogans and buzzwords, the buck will always stop with me. That all sounds good, but of course, on everyone's mind right now is, can we win this? Well, there was a little piece on the Post-Gazette website last week that it said I had a very, very, very small chance. You know, I think that was a nice way of saying I can't do it, which is kind of funny because I've heard things like that my whole life. You can't overcome a childhood like that. You can't get into Harvard. You can't make it at Georgetown. You can't land that big job in Boston. You can't go back to Pittsburgh. You can't get people to volunteer on Saturday mornings for all those Renew Pittsburgh projects. You can't get that smart, funny, beautiful girl from Iowa to be your wife. I know what it's like for people to tell me I can't do something. And I know what it's like to prove them wrong. I love being the underdog. I've been one my whole life. It motivates me to do my best, and then to do even better than that. So I'm going to do what I've always done, what Pittsburghers have always done. Whether they were told they couldn't clean up their smoky city, or they can't survive the closing of the steel mills, or they can't rebuild their economy, I'm going to get my back up, put my head down, and go to work. And I'm not going to stop until I've done it. Can we win? Yes, we can. We have to. And one of the ways we're going to do it is to find and inspire that silent majority, those thousands and thousands of Pittsburghers who, like Bill or Mark or Patrick or Carmen, but who didn't volunteer or didn't take a yard sign or maybe didn't even vote because they were told they couldn't do it, because they thought they couldn't make a difference, because they forgot or maybe no longer even believed that their votes and their voices mattered. They're out there. We're going to find them, we're going to unite them, and together we're going to deliver one hell of a shock to the system. You know, when I'm out on the street talking to people about my candidacy, people tell me all the time about this political machine. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret here tonight. There is no machine. There's only complacency and fear. The current lack of leadership in the mayor's office is what happens when Pittsburghers aren't getting involved, or when they think that what they have is good enough, or when they're worried about losing a city job, or getting blacklisted from a city contract, or winning their next re-election, or just facing some sort of political retribution. Folks, the way it is isn't the way it has to be. You know, that kind of boogeyman politics has held this city back for far too long. No job, no contract, no empty threat is worth sacrificing the future of our great city. Because this isn't just about winning an election. This is about making Pittsburgh the best that it can be. And as Pittsburghers, we're born to demand and bred to deliver excellence. We expect only the best from our children, only the best from our sports teams, only the best from our coaches, our goalies, and our quarterbacks. You know, I think it's time we start expecting and demanding only the best from our mayor. You know that pride you feel when you take out-of-town friends up to Mount Washington or down to Permanis or over to PNC Park? That excitement you feel when you see the downtown skyline pop out through the Fort Pitt tunnels? You all know what I mean. That passion you feel when you're rooting for the Steelers or the Pirates or the Penguins? You know, if we could only take all those amazing energies and all the love we have for this city and channel them into our neighborhoods and our communities, into all of our civic and political arenas, just imagine what we can do. But you know what? We don't have to imagine it. We can do it. And if we stand together, we will do it. This is it, Pittsburgh. This is our time. This is our chance. Let's show the political pundits that elections really do matter. Let's conquer those fears and complacencies. Let's expect more from our government and demand more from our leaders.